And we're back once again. I'm just waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. And then when that's heated up, we can crack on. What we do is we take this off the side here where the jack is. We've got quite a bit to do today. It's a busy day, so let's see how we do. I did make some skulls and some emotes. Have I'll make more and edit the ones that I've put up there. I just want something to reward the people that have subscribed. Getting this set up on here so I can double everything up. Right, so today we need to finish this off. It's not going to take very long. We've got this is all wired in, so we're okay here. We just need the other wires, these ones. Quite tired. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this one over here as our ground for that. Come over here, bud. The customer with the Les Paul dropped off the strings this morning, so we're going to restring that thing and give that a setup. And then we have um, some other interesting things just to sort of modify and mess about with, which is fun. Yeah, quite early. I haven't got a drink or anything. I sort of came out here quite in a rush. Right, so we're just going to stick these things on here. That's okay. That can be done. Make sure you're tight. Right. One of the wires we had from yesterday, which was over here, which I think I was fiddling with yesterday, which potentially means I've destroyed them. Or they've just fallen on the floor. I don't know. I don't know. But that's okay, because we have other wire we can use. Um, Alright, what popped? Something just made a clicky pop noise. Not good. Not good at all. Get this on here. Sugar nicely melted. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Go in and cut it off. That's our ground sorted there. Oh, my phone's making a funny noise, or feeling in my pocket. So let me just sort that out. Yes, I guessed that. Oh, just reply. and then we can go to um, cool. Oh, and also go over to Instagram and make an Instagram video quickly for today. Here we go. Up on the bench now, we've got this Ian Elson guitar that's being wired up. We've got quite a few other things we're going to be cracking on with today as well. So if you want to join me with that, you can find me on Twitch. There'll be a link in the video. But yeah, very nice. Quite a busy day. Les Pauls and lots of lovely looking things, and very nice. Very nice. That's it. That's a video. That's a video done. Yes, continue with me. Why don't you ever remember? Da-na-na-na. Sorry, I just like the bit I really don't like writing all the messages out. Cool. Right, that's that done. That's that done. Now we go to here so we can cut you off. Da 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 ding. Pull you la 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 la. Continue. Come here. Tin 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 tin. Solder, 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 solder. Come on, that's it. Melt, 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 melt. Lovely. And then we go from there. We can start using the white one to link everything up. So we'll go from this connection up here. Why not? Put a little loop in that. Pop that through these two. Here we go. Solder that. Don't you move. Don't you dare move. Are we okay? We are okay. Cool. So that is our signal from all of our pickups coming there. So we'll cut that one off and we will take a wire off that. Burp. We'll take another wire off here. Burp. And we'll pop those two together. Like so. And they will be going in this first lug there. First lug. Volume, because that is going to be our input essentially and our tone. So we go from here and we take a wire off for the tone. You go in there, buddy. Get some solder on that. Lovely. So now we need our output, which will be this. The morning streams are pretty laid back, really. I'm still waking up, as we all are. But we get to, you know, join this fun little group and do some wiring. Who doesn't love a bit of wiring on a Wednesday morning? Put these wires off. Put some solder on those so they're tinned. Tin, 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 tin. Tin, 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 tin. Get the jack, which is here. And we'll say, you go over here, buddy. Thanks, mate. And you go over here. I'll bend it, that makes it easier for me to get it in there. Lovely. Ah. Maybe put a little loop on the end to help. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. Nice. So now let's pop this back on. I mean, it sort of goes on one way more than it goes on the others. Just because of the way the holes line up. So ding 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 dee 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 load the things up that you need to load up. While we wait for things to load. Oh, there's no battery in there. Oh dear, oh dear. I think we might have loaded up our thing. It has loaded up. Yay! We can now run this over here. Go over here. Sorry, I'm already talking at you. Run this emulator on here for the amps, so we can power our stuff. Get a wire. See how we get on. Come here, wire. Pull. We can hear you're on. Oh, but why won't you load this in? Out of tune, lovely. Yeah. Let's tune you up. But yeah, it's basically done. Ian will set this up before it goes. This, it's his thing. I just wire them up. So yeah, we have the so the only thing we actually have to do is flip this switch around, which I sort of did wonder. Which is no big deal. I mean, I purposely left the wires longer for that reason. It's either that or I turn the switch, but I'd rather just flip the wires around now. But yeah, that's all done. So up next will be the made to measure Les Paul that's coming up for having some strings put on. The owner has lent me a distortion pedal to try as well to see what I think. So we might have a sort of quick demo of that. Then we have like 3 guitars from one customer that we need to sort of get done. And then if we get time, we'll have 2 Strandbergs on the desk as well. So it's a very busy day today. I'm just hoping that it just sort of goes along and is fine. I was going to try and find my microphone today as well because I thought that might help, but I haven't had any luck finding it. So, oh well, it's fine. It's fine. So this is all wired up. We'll pop the back on this. Sort these wires out, and then we're done. There you go. And there you go. You go there. Wonderful. You go over this side, my friend. And I might go make a coffee before I crack on with the other things, just because, you know, if I've put the redeem on there for drinks, I really should have a drink, shouldn't I, on me? we use these diddy tiny little screws, and we'll just pop this back on. But yeah, I've uploaded a couple of emotes. I figured that out this morning, so that was good. So now subscribers get to post an eye. I think it's subscribers. I'm not really sure. I didn't really set it up very well. I sort of did it this morning before I press start the stream. Come on, come on, come on. Ding, 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 ding. Right, we have another screw. One more screw, and then we're done. It's not been very long. It's been about half an hour. Well, I say that. The stream's been about half an hour. I was up late last night working, and then yeah, I was up late last night working, and then I got up this morning, um, and had to take their kids to school and stuff. So that was quite fun. And then I came in and basically said, I'm gonna have to make some emotes and stuff. So I'm gonna go do that. And I made some and actually uploaded them on here. So that's a good sign. Um, I mean, I'm trying to sort the thing out. We have this and we have this. Though I need to sort that Henry one out. Well, oh, go in there, sir. Okay, so that's done. That's done. We'll go get the Les Paul. We'll get the Les Paul. We'll get the Les Paul. But first, tidy up the desk. Tidy up a little bit. It's tidy time. Ring, ring. That's why I managed to have alerts and sounds that go off when it's tidy time. And maybe we'll find my microphone and we will find the cables and everything for it. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And move the sound card over and sort all that stuff out. And then it'll be a permanent addition to the workroom, because at the moment it's still sort of quite temporary, this whole laptop here, cable on my desk. I don't like this part of it. This is not enjoyable, this cable on my desk, but I can't do anything about it at the moment. Can you live under there? That makes it look a little bit better for you. How has your day been anyway? Sorry to ramble. I have to do exactly the same thing. I clean multiple times. That's the funny thing is it's like it's such a mess in here, but I spend so much of my day tidying up. Every time things are finished, well, mostly every time things are finished, I'm like, right, just pop everything away, just make sure you keep organized. But it seems like every instrument that comes on the bench needs every tool I own. It's crazy, isn't it? How does that work? Oh, right. So wires. But yeah, I was gonna go make a coffee and then come back and finish off this Les Paul. Today we have like usual. The usual thing is, yeah, that is true. That is the thing of trying to remember, like actually tidy up properly, not just randomly moving things, but actually trying to put things where they're supposed to go. That's one of my main problems. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, I don't know. I'll sort one out. There's a Strandberg on there coming up in a bit. That'll be a nice one for a welcome screen. Thanks, Ogman. You're a fantastic person. But yeah, we tidy up. Even the things you can't see, I'm tidying up. We've got a pen pot there, and we've got guitar picks everywhere. You go in your little guitar pick drawer up there. You go in the lid. Right, here's a wire. You go in the wire box. Some things there. Over here, the bones there. Right, right, right. So I think we can get the Les Paul out now without everything being destroyed. Oh yeah, no one's ever forgotten that. The other day a customer turned up and he didn't even notice at first. And I was thinking, why does your guitar look funny? And I had forgotten to put the little pick guard on it. So I was like, sorry, I'll just quickly do that now. It's like, make sure you check things, because... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that shortly. But we're gonna sort this one out now. We have the strings because the customer gave them to me. But where did I put them? I said I was gonna go get a drink, didn't I? I have to remember what I say. Remember the words that come out of your mouth. Not just stream of consciousness talking. Um, but if I go over here, can I you there? It's not that one. That's not the right one. So I'm just trying to do something on the laptop. Oh yeah, we have to do this part, don't we? Add um add 14. No, it's add 12 to each side. But then let's save that out because I need it. Yeah, I know that's what it feels like. It does feel like the mess is perfectly organized, but we all know it's not. We all know that's a joke when it's like I'm really organized. It's like you're definitely not. I'm definitely not. I'll make this into an emote quickly. Because this basically explains this whole situation. Whoa. See if I can upload this as an emote. Let's have a look. Now I've figured out that I have to press a button for it. And I can just put one in. Like this. Does it work? It does. And then I can actually remove this one now. Because that one was wrong. But I need to change that one. Here we go. Oh, I need to color his eyes in. Oh, I can see the problem. Oh no, Henry. Sorry, I am just. I know it seems like I'm fiddling. I'm being silly. I am being silly. I'm a silly person. So where are my emotes? Come on, give me my emotes. Give me my new emotes. I guess it won't let me have my emotes until I've refreshed it or something, I guess. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Oh no, they are here. They are here. Here we go. We've got some emotes. I made some. I made some. 3 of them. There's more, but I haven't uploaded them yet. So, well, all right, my phone. It was just a message from my wife saying that she's bought me donuts. Now that is a very good message. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I couldn't alphabetize everything in here because I would never get anything done. I find I tidying is a very distracting thing, isn't it? Oh, where'd those strings go? Here, right in front of my eyes. My God. Get off. Right, so we'll open these strings. Yeah, the thing is, it's like you can make them with transparency in the background. So the Henry's got transparency, but also his eyes are transparent. So I have everything in dark mode, and yeah, it just looks like he's staring into my soul. I like eyes, so there's an eye, and there is one of that's essentially me looking for my tools, trying to find them because they're forever being taken away by no one. I was gonna make a drink. I was gonna go do that. I'll pop this string and I'm gonna go do that because I definitely want to have a drink. Um, well, they have to be PNGs, and I think once you get a certain amount of subscribers, you can have an animated emote. I'm not really sure, to be honest. There's all like different tiers of emotes and everything. I'm trying to get used to it, but I'm really not sure about what I'm doing. So already sounds better. Ah, well, you're a very creative guy, aren't you, buddy? You're very creative. I barely have time to make the emotes that I've got. Even that was a point of contention in the house. It was like, not that it led to an argument or anything. I don't want to think that, but it was like, the kids are trying to are in the house, and they're saying, "Stop it! I'm drawing pictures of a Henry Hoover. Leave me alone." But we just need to sort this out. Like I said, after this string, I'm going to go, even though I said it for the previous string. Oh, here we go. Cool. Right, I'll be back in a second because I really want to go get a drink. Um, Thank you, Electro Lance, for the follow. Thank you very much. That's really nice. I need to get some sort of thing that makes it say on the screen that there's been a follow. I I haven't. I'm pretty useless at setting this thing up. I just sort of come in and press the go button, and here we go. We're streaming. All right, I'll be back in a second. And we'll put the wonderful "Be Right Back" screen on. Here we go. Thank you very much. I'll be back in a sec. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Sorry. Took slightly longer to make coffee than I thought. But here we are, once again, at St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast. Ding da ding ding da ding ding da ding. Do you think I'll get copyrighted for singing that melody? Right, so strings are going on. We give it a setup as we dressed the frets yesterday, so we should be fine. We'll just get this thing set up and going, and we'll play it through an amp and hear what it sounds like. Just winding the strings on up the top here. Wind, 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 wind. But yeah, it's quite a busy day today, so we need to get a lot done. I'm probably only going to have, I don't know, another hour left on stream to do stuff, and then, oh, what am I doing? Then it's time to look after the George. But we'll see how that goes, because Georgie generally sleeps during the day and has like a nap because he's a baby. So if he's going to have a nap because he's a baby, maybe I can. The thing is, I can't really stream work because it's too noisy, and I'm here shouting. So I might try and stream something else just for the sake of having it on. And there's different things I can, I could maybe play a game. I haven't ever played a game on Twitch. That might be fun. But again, it would only be for a little while. No, it doesn't really slow me down. It, if anything, it keeps me on track of what I'm doing because I'm basically explaining what I'm doing to remind myself more than anything. My chair's falling down, right? But yeah, winding the strings is handy. I don't know what that means. Honestly, the main thing that slows me down from doing work is myself. I am my own worst enemy at work because I'm very easily distracted by things. So that's why we try and rush them and we don't rush them, we try and finish them and get them done in a good time so that I can play them and then see how they are. And then what generally happens is they get played for a little bit. I'll pop them in their case for a little while and maybe come back to them a few days later, see how they're getting on. Just to make sure nothing's moved after changing truss rods or adjusting truss rods and stuff. Okay, so let's tune this thing up. Let's wheel out slightly. Oh. I also want to clear up. I also want to get a lot of work done because it's piling up, and I don't like there being a big pile of stuff to do. To be honest. Huh. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. That That would be too much for me. So let's tune her up. Let's see where we are. I'll get you in focus as well. I'll move the camera and focus it. Come here. Here we go. More in focus. Sounds absolutely awful because it's not in tune. Brilliant. Yeah, that's true. There's always a pile of stuff. That's the sort of thing about this Twitch channel is really, it's not like I'm not doing it to generate any work. I have so much stuff to do. It's just more to sort of help me keep on track of it, I guess. Nice. All right then. Should we play? Play it to a backing track of some description? Should we do some Zappa? Should we do a Zappa style backing track? Let's do that. Let's do that. Because then at least we get to have fun with some funny noises. Set the noises up already. We can do this one. Sure. Don't bother me. Whoa, that's really loud. There we go. Let's change this up a bit. Seems to be okay, doesn't it? Like chaos for a second there, wasn't it? I quite like this. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Right, one final tune. So I like to bend the strings a lot to get them into tune. And I mean, it seems fine. The action is nice. I have a feeling he'll want it a little bit lower, so we'll just quickly set that to be lower. But luckily we oiled all these threads up on here, and this is lovely. Nice. Yeah, I have done, and I've bought them. I've ended up buying them. I basically will say, when you've had enough of that, let me know, and I end up collecting them. I can go get one if you want. I'll go show you one. I'll go grab one that was like, oh, I'll definitely have to have that one when you're done with it. I'll go get one because I'll take a couple back in the house that I've pulled out over the last few days. Here's one of them. I'll pop that on there and I'll continue on with that. But yeah, there's one of the ones I loved, and I said if anyone ever gets rid of it, I'll have it. So it just worked really well. I just liked the way it felt when I played it. I've got like a couple of strats like that were just really nice ones. So people generally get rid of their guitars quite quickly after, compared to me. I mean, I never throw anything away. But we will sort the intonation out on this shortly. Yeah, this thing here. I just want to let it settle after we've restrung it and fiddled about with the neck yesterday. It's now got a bit of string tension on, and from experience, sometimes you'll end up adjusting necks, and if you've had them off and everything, they drift a tiny amount, which knocks the intonation out. So I don't see the point of doing it until later on in the day. So at least you give it a bit of a chance to settle. But yeah, this is one of the ones that was like that. I I sort of just fell in love with it because it looks pretty. Look at that. It's got birds on it. What more do you want? But yeah, lovely, lovely guitar. Very nice. Look how pretty it is. Look at that lovely top. Very nice. It sounds great as well, but maybe I'll play that one later. To be honest, I have to get on with the things that I have to do at the moment. Not get sidetracked with my lovely things. Ooh, strange bag that Daryl made me for all the leather scraps. You go out of the way now. Doesn't need to live in this bit here. Go under there, dude. Thank you. We're gonna have some coffee. I redeemed a hydrator myself because I want to drink. That's the sort of person I am. Ian's guitar. You pop over there, bud. You go over there. Right. We need to get to this one at the back here. So we will do that now. Sorry. Putting on our Duesenberg on this. So you go inside, you just live inside his case for a bit. Makes it a bit safer. Strandbergs, you just go there. Like, I know you're eager. I'm eager too. I've got a bunch of things I need to get on with. Time is always running out. Right. So this is having this fitted on. You can't really see it. Let me turn the camera around. So we have this Duesenberg trem that goes on. Da 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 da. So that's what we're fitting on, and hopefully this will be straightforward and simple enough. But part of me fears it won't. Right, mug on there. And the reason I didn't tidy the desk up then, everyone, is I didn't really pull out many tools, and I'm probably going to use the same one. So I didn't do it then. But this one was here quite recently, to be honest. It was the customer brought it over to have it stripped of all its parts, which I did, and then he had it refinished. Let me move this camera, actually. I think maybe we can get a better angle if we go back a bit. And sorry, everyone. If we adjust this like this, you can see a bit more of everything. There you go. He brought it over to be assembled after it had been painted. So I did that for him. And yeah, we're going to put this trem on it now. So, we're popping these on here. Hopefully they will go. Hopefully they'll go on without much fuss. Oh, I'm very hot though. I'm very hot. I tell you what I'll do. I'll take my jacket off, and I'm wearing a jumper underneath. And I'm going to take this jumper off too. I'll take my hat off. Ooh. It's one of my t-shirts that I get for free. A Fender Players Plus t-shirt. Very nice. Fender, you're getting some free promo. Give me some stuff, Fender. Give me some stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I like Totoro. Right, so these will seem to line up. So we have a little bag in here of bits that we need. So what we'll do is we'll move the trim out over there. Let's just drop all this out of the bag. Oh, it's sealed. I didn't realise it was sealed there. There we go. Out you come, buddy. Out you come, dude. So we'll find the locks for this. They're the right threads. That is the first step. Where's the arm? There it is. There's the arm. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. So we've got both of those, so we know that these are going to be our ones. I think these are going to be the wrong size. Yeah, which is fine. So we'll pop our washers on, which are what we need. And we'll pop, it's like this. This goes here, this goes here. This one comes out of there, that goes on there, live on there. This goes through here. The manually thing here. Yeah, I was going to say, you only pop the washers on underneath. I always like to check when they come with the manuals, just to make sure, because they give you all the washers. They give you all these washers to boost it up and stuff if you need to get a better brake angle on that. Because this has to be tight on the body. But we're going to pop a washer on straight away and see how we are. Here we go, tight, tight, tight. And screw up, screw up. As in, don't screw up, I mean screw the screw in. I don't want to make a mistake. But here we go. Just make sure that's nice and tight on there. Like it is. Fine, great. The arm just goes in this bit here. Like so. Just get it to where you want it and lovely. Set that up in the end. We'll pop the strings back on. They should still be long enough to go through here. Oh, they're just not long enough. Ah. What are they? Come on, buddy. Nope. That's annoying, isn't it? Very annoying, because they'll all be short by a little bit now. So we have to find another guitar case with the other guy's things in. What I'm going to do is quickly grab some stuff that's over is next to me here and throw some cardboard out of it. Get out of my room. Bloody cardboard. We need to find the case that might have some strings in. That would be nice if we could find some strings. Egamond, you go over here, buddy. So hot. Stop moving on that. It's not you, it's not you. It's not you, dude. They're over the back here. I am actually going to have to get out of my chair. Making me get out of my chair. What do you think this is? Right. Let's see. Hands on system here. I've already done that one in the past. That one is that one. Oh, my back. Come on here, bud. You also come up here. Oh, Ooh, thank you very much. You also can go sort of over there, but not quite. You can go there. You can do that one. You can do that one. That there, that there, that there. You can do there. Two strap bags you can pop up here, guys. Not there for a minute. Over here. You can go over here. Okay, so alright. And the door's open, so we've got loads of light now. Seems I've just started to tidy up a bit, so that's what we're doing now. Just quickly tidy up. There we go. There we go. Right, so out of all that, we didn't find a set of strings for it. So that doesn't matter. I'm just going to stick a set of strings on. The guy's a nice guy. He deserves a set of strings. We'll pop some on, saves all the hassle. Right, so what we're going to do is pop these on. Oh, thank you very much, Ghost Rider 2K. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh. You go through here, dude. Wow. The magnet, get off. And lock you in place. Thank you. All this juice and bone stuff away. You go in there, you go in there, you go in there, you go there. Lovely. I mean, already this little tidy I just did then has opened the room up a lot. It's such a small place that even if you just clear up a few bits and pieces, it makes a big difference in here. Still means I lose things constantly, but go there. So busy days planned all round, or are we all having a bit of a relaxed day? I know I'm not having a relaxed day. I'm having a busy day, but maybe you guys are. Ugh. Wires coming up my face. Here we are. We can just pop these on. Yo, yo, yo. Ah, aha, aha. Take on me. Aha. That is me in the evenings. I basically end up watching people and they're like, hey, I'm having a great morning. It's like, I'm going to bed in like pretty soon. It's not the morning for me, it's nighttime. But yeah, it's the morning for me. The door's open now and it's really bright outside. Not that I've been in here constantly. I did go to sleep in a bed. Well, I really appreciate you coming here for your evening. Hey, Daryl. Daryl's here. Daryl is he's a good guy. He's one of my customers. He commissioned the purple guitar with the eye in it. That was your effort, wasn't it? Purple guitar with an eye in it. And also, I know people say this a lot, but if you have a spare Amazon Prime subscription, free, feel free to subscribe to me for a month. It doesn't cost you anything, and you get to have a cool emotes of an eye, one of me, one of a Henry Hoover. I'm making more, so I need more suggestions. There's not many guitar-related ones. I should make some that are like guitars. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? Be like relevant to my job and my life. Right. So what we want to do on here is you want to set this trem arm up. So we're going to try and take it out and free these up. So hopefully it will slide in. That'd be good. There we go. So I think we probably want it like here. Ding, ding. So let's just set it here for now to try it. Try it out. Make sure it works. Make sure we can tune up and it doesn't blow up. Oh. Me alone. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going. We're almost at a B. A little bit sharp. B sharp. This one is there's like a Dave Grohl Gibson. It's like a 335 basically. And someone's got one of. It's not a real one, I don't think. I mean, it's not got any of the branding on it. But they brought that over to have a juice and trem put on. So a trem that just mounts on the top. A Juicenberg. That's what they're called. But we had the Les Paul on from yesterday. Just getting its strings back on. Tune up, tune up, tune up. It gives you a trem on a Les Paul. Which is nice, isn't it? That's a nice thing. Cool. Okay. Well, we're basically done with that. That was just fitting that trem on. And it's already been set up because it was here recently to be set up. I'm going to adjust it because I'm not happy with this little bit. Just noticed. Where are my files? Where have I put you? Where have I put you? My eye twitched. My eye actually twitched then. The idea that these files have gone again. Genuinely twitched. Oh, they will turn up. They will turn up. They will turn up. Don't worry, Oliver. Just do your things that you got to do. I just don't know where they've gone. That's the thing. I don't know where where would they have gone? They are small. It's the commotion of my busy chaos life. I mean, I don't think I would have been stupid to put them somewhere crazy. I feel like I would have put them somewhere that's like sensible. But that's what I said yesterday. And what do? We found something on the floor. So maybe I am wrong. We can use one of these for now. We just need to make the little slot a little bit deeper. On this B string here. So pop that over here. Get this little file out. All right, mate. Fine. Nice. Right, so we'll cut the strings off and we're done with it. We're done. We are done. Yay! Strings off. We're done. We're done with one. We're done with another one. We're doing well today. We're blasting through them. Okay. Whew, I'm tired. Let's go and do another one, surely. We've got more to do. Get this one back in its case. Take my PRS out. Get out of there, bud. You can go back in the house in a second, actually. Okay, so that's that one. We have another couple to do from that same chair. And we've got another. There's the same trim. The switch tip is broken off this completely. Oh my word. Okay, I have a bit of coffee. Mm, needs a new toggle. I see. I have got some toggles. I'm pretty sure I had one for it. The thing I thought I did. Go on, you bugger. But maybe I didn't have a black one. I thought I saw a black one in there, but I just opened it and it looked like it's already been used. So it must have been one I chucked in there. So for that, I will do. I'm going to just order him a new one right now, which will be here tomorrow, and we will do the other guitar that he has, which is an Epiphone, and then they're sort of done for now. Black three-way switch. Yeah, I know. It's a used guitar. There we go. Black one, black one. Get it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have you. If you're gonna come by tomorrow, you're fine. You can, you can come. Oh, phone call. Bear with me. I will just mute it. Sorry everyone, customer called. Ranging drop-offs. That'll be 3 lovely guitars we get to look at. Right, this one needed a switch. I think we ordered the switch. Let me have a look. Did I finish or did I get called mid-switch order? Mid-switch order got called. So we will order that switch right now. We'll go for this one. Yep. Buy now. See you later. Thank you. Come to my house tomorrow. Yay. We're still waiting on pickups for the... Yo, 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 yo. We're still waiting on pickups for the Tokai. They were supposed to be here yesterday, but they failed to arrive. I mean, while this is here, we could just set this baritone up, couldn't we? We could just quickly sort it out. Because it is a nice looking guitar, I'll give you that. So yeah, someone's had a good go on this guitar. It's been relicked, I would say. Or maybe it was like it. I don't really know. You'd be surprised. I love guitars. I am really into this sort of stuff, but some people expect me to know every guitar and everything about guitars. I know a lot of small details, but I have a book of guitars that I refer to sometimes when it's easier that way. Okay, we're going to keep going. Yeah, I think this is an ESP actually by the headstock, or an LTD that's been done up by the headstock and the inlays. But I mean, I quite like these guitars, to be honest. I think they're quite nice. I'm not really a Les Paul guy. Yeah, it's probably me just saying something that sounded like Tokai. It's the problem. I talk so much that sometimes the rambles just turn into a sound of guitar sounding noises. Let's get some focus on this thing a bit better. So yeah, we're going to get rid of these strings. But they're locking strings, but they've been wound round. It's like, it's one of those things of, that's not how you do it. So we're just going to get these off. We're just going to cut them off. Rubber handle. Lovely. Take my eye out. So we have... I've owned a few Les Pauls, quite a few Les Pauls, let's say quite a few Les Pauls in my guitaring career. And I've never kept one. I've never been able to maintain keeping one for very long. It's funny because someone's like put a finish on the fretboard, and it's very funny. But we'll pop strings on this because we're only swapping the switch tomorrow, so while it's on the bench, we'll pop the strings on. That's very true. That is true. Well, some of them improve it. I mean, a Les Paul's a lovely thing, but I personally get like a sore arm from playing one. This bridge has collapsed, I think. Is that collapsed? Yeah, it's starting to collapse. I don't know. Should we see if we can see this? You might not be able to see it. It looks pretty straight because we're in a wide angle, so I think it's correcting the small curve. The bridge is starting to collapse, which happens with these sort of bridges. It happens with all sorts of bridges, really, but especially when you have like baritones and big strings. The worst bit is when you have to reset a neck angle. That is the worst. I remember I had someone with they had a this vintage SG, and the neck angle had to be reset because it had been left in a car during a really hot summer, and the hide glue had melted, and it pulled the neck out of the pocket. It's like, you know, the action was literally like you get your fingers under it. That was a crazy job, that one was. But that was before I did Twitch, you know. I've been doing this job for a lot of years, so it's like a... No, I know what you mean. the thing that it really is that gets me. You need a roller bridge if you're going to have a proper trem, because these strings, because the way they're wound, there's a little edge on the top of the saddle, and it jumps in and out. So you just never have tuning stability. Yeah, you need round wounds or you need a roller bridge. But hey ho, people have their guitars. They do what they like with them. They bought them. They can do what they like. But yeah, that's a good. I do like a roller bridge. I don't really fit many roller bridges on people's guitars. Really, I don't really. They are good things. It's like Jaguars and Jazz Masters and all that sort of thing. Is Oh yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know. It's because I think Gibson really stick to the traditional route, or they try to. They deviate sometimes with moderate success, but it's like people want the traditional. They want that old style and that old feeling. And Fender are the same sort of thing. They're not super progressive. They do. Well, Gretsch was sort of designed from that point of view. They had like at the time in the past they had like Chet Atkins with them. I think sorry. I think I mean Gretsch are now owned by Fender, aren't they? So make of that what you will. I love Fender, by the way. I haven't got anything against Fender. My kids are named after Leo Fender and George Fullerton, so I do like Fender a lot. They're my favourite guitar company, but they mass produce so much stuff. Some of it's really not very good, and some of it's great. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. I love their little button. Really good idea. Those little bent metal things. They yeah, you get pinching. They get cut. They use cheaper metal, so the metal is more fragile. They give lots of problems, and you hear them bing 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 bing, and you get strings snapping because they cut into the thin metal. I'm getting messages on my work page. Bear with me, everyone. Oh. Right, so we pop strings on. I'm not too tactful about having to tune it up because at the moment we're going to be putting the switch on and giving it a full service. I just want with the strings on. Oh, see that popped out of there. This is the bloody things. You go down there. Not sitting in its little hole, is it? Sitting there. But yeah, George will be home soon. George the baby. I know exactly what you mean. My friend Daryl, he might still be in the chat. If you are, hello again, Daryl. He has a Paisley Telecaster. Lovely thing. Um, Daryl's left-handed, so he was quite limited with what he could buy at the time. But he's got a left-handed Paisley Telecaster, and it is a lovely guitar. Plays nicely, but as soon as you plug it in, it's so squealy and screams, and yeah, it's like not really usable. Which I think really is in part why the Les Paul Telly slash Strat hybrid with the iron at the he commissioned me to build ended up having Telly pickups. And even with that, we put in rails to try and make it sound nice, but they were just a bit too noisy. Um, and now we've got some bare knuckles in it. We'll see how that one goes on because that'll probably keep coming back for little mods because that's the sort of thing Daryl likes to do. He's got very crazy projects. Exactly, but that is the thing, isn't it? People want the traditional. I had a chap that wanted a set of humbuckers put in his 335, and he got them built and stuff, and he asked specifically to have them not potted, so they were unpotted pickups, and they were just so noisy. It was like, you could talk into them, they would just blast it out with distortion. Yeah, that's it, Daryl. Daryl's chirped in. We're going to try P90s next. The singles aren't doing it. We'll just put some P90s in. And when they don't work, I'm sure we'll put some humbuckers in. I've told Daryl that guitar is going to end up having humbuckers in. I have the original drawing of it. Let me find the original drawing to show the chat. Oh, you don't mind if I show the original sketch, I'm sure. Yeah, but that's the thing. It is. I just say it how I just try and keep it sort of real, really, keep it how it is, because there's a lot of stuff online, a lot of stuff in forums and stuff that really is misinformation and sort of it continues this sort of idea of stuff. So this is my workbook, so it's got quite a big book. Where are you, Daryl's guitar? There it is. Randomly numbers all over it, but we will see if we can get this to focus in on this. I don't know if we can. I'm pretty sure we're going to have P90s in it and a humbucker. So this was the original plan. Uh, was a brass nut, which we went for. Big headstock we got. We didn't go for stainless. We went for Evo gold frets in the end. A tele control plate, which we did, a Strat neck. A humbucker in the bridge, if you can see that, with the tele bridge on it. And a P90 in the neck. That was the original plan. And I still believe the guitar is going to end up like that, but we made lots of changes as it was being built. Daryl made lots of changes while it was being built. Don't change your guitar too many times. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just that sort of snake oil element to it. There might be a perceivable difference, but I always sort of try to say to people, if you're playing in your bedroom, then like most people nowadays, they might be in a band, but they're playing in that band a couple of times a month maybe. But all the other time they're in their room probably with a Kemper or a Helix or something, aren't they? Like I never tried these sort of things. Yeah, that is really true. Because the thing about the paper is um it gets attacked by acidic stuff, doesn't it? And changes. It changes its pH level, which changes how much resistance it has and or how much it can store or whatever. I'm not really the super technical. I just know that having tried all these things over the years and taken out some perfectly nice caps out of someone's guitar and replaced those with a lot of money's worth of paper and oils, that really I'll just stick with the other ones. I'll just stick with the ones that cost like a few quid. Not even that, a few p, sorry. So I'm trying to get this thing back in its case. Come on, buddy. Right. So we'll move on to the next one, and then we can have a look at the Strambergs and swap their necks around because they're being swapped. You do play very loud, Daryl. I will admit that. You, when you come around here, I have to turn the amp up really loud, and I'm not one for loud guitars. That's why I play jazz. Yeah, that is it. That is the thing about pushing a product. You know, if you get these things, you've got to really tell people what they're like. That's basically it. It's yeah, exactly. They propagate the culture of sort of, you know, not it's not lying as such as, but it's not being wholly honest. You know, annoyingly, years ago, a customer gave me a Princeton. Exactly. Customer gave me a Princeton with a non-reverb one, so I had to buy a reverb pedal. And I was looking on, I think I looked at a video of a bunch of people talking about different pedals. I didn't want to spend too much money on one, so I went for a TC Electronics Drip, and it was terrible. Like, you know, none of the points that they cover, that occasionally it makes just a digital sound, or that it cuts your output by like half. There was like loads of things that weren't covered, and I just thought, what a, you know, it wasn't an expensive pedal, but you've got to be careful really with these things. I think you know, over the years, I think you know, I've become jaded with the whole. I see so many guitars. I see lovely guitars that are super cheap. I see super expensive guitars that are rubbish. You know, most of the time the expensive ones aren't rubbish, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's another thing. Latency. Yeah, it's a big effect. It's a big issue. I think now I have a Fender or a Boss Fender one that does the reverb, and that is a lovely pedal. So we are missing two screws out of this, by the way, just to inform myself later and everyone else, so they can remind you that there's two screws, so I haven't spent 2 hours looking for screws that don't exist. Ooh, glue all over it. We're taking this out. This literally come out very easily, and we're putting another pot in to make this a normal one. So we'll take a 500k pot. We did have all those ones that arrived. I'm going to use one of those. The new ones. Pardon me. Say pardon me. The keyboard fell on me. Need to say pardon me for that. We'll take one of the new ones, and that is going to plump in there. You know, these other pots in here are very small, and I'm going to have to figure out what this wiring is because it's crazy. There's like a jumper thing in here. Look at this. Look at this. Come over here. Come over here, everyone. Look at this. We've got this thing we need to think about. So I think this one will just end up being rewired. What this is because this is a Prophecy Pro, Prophecy Plus. These would have been quick connects, I imagine. Yeah, it is. These would have been quick connects. It definitely is. Yeah. Um, and that would have plugged into a board in here, and each one of these pots would have had a PCB on them. I mean, we're waiting for a replacement. I feel really sorry for the customer. We're waiting for a replacement for a left-handed push-pull pot for his tone control. and it's still not here. We ordered that a while ago, and we're having to wait. But that was a similar sort of thing. It's all PCBs mounted on pots. So someone's probably gone in here, I would imagine, and replaced all these pots with tiny little ones. I mean, it looks like they used some sort of kit because it's got a sticker that says V, V, and T on it. So I imagine that's like a sort of cheap drop in they put in. And like this is a bit of a mess. So I think we'll just rewire it is going to be the easiest thing to do, isn't it? To try then trying to figure out what on earth is going on. Is just to go in here and rewire the thing. Oh, is it a pickup? I mean, it says V on each pot. It says V on this pot, V on that pot, and T on that pot, which is tone, volume, volume. I would assume, because I don't know if these came with like a kill switch or whatever. We've got one here, so I mean, I think someone's modified it already. I would say by the fact that that's been sort of ripped out there. Well, I could just lift this up, couldn't I? I could just lift this up. Oh, oh, it's okay. The thing is, when you get to fixing guitars all the time, you there's no every guess is potentially wrong until you know until you're open there and looking at it. People always tell me they always want an estimate on what things are going to cost, and sometimes I can give them an estimate if it's something simple, but sometimes it's a little bit more complicated, and actually you know I can't give them a true estimate until I know what I'm looking at. And this is the sort of thing like this is, I'm going to have to call the owner and say, look, and take a photo and say, look at this. Should we fix it? Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, to be honest. I can't imagine you're wrong. Um, there's a lot of brands of pickups and stuff out there, aren't there? So it's a confusing thing. That's why I always say, I don't know everything. I could easily be, you could definitely be right. I don't catalog all the things in my brain anymore. I found that I work too much now to do that as a thing. There is so much guitar lore, yeah, and I love it. I love knowing stuff about guitars, but I'm also, yeah, that's it. Daryl's a good customer as it is here. I say to him, we have frank discussions about costs and stuff because sometimes things do go out they get out of hand. Not as in they become uncontrollable, but something could come in for something quite simple, but actually something worse is there. And if you estimate, oh, that's a 20 quid job, it's actually a £200 job. I'm not doing it for free. I'm not doing it for £180 discount. And also, I don't expect the person to pay without me doing it. Earlier on, oh yeah, I have lore on guitars and Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot of Dungeons and Dragons lore in my mind. We don't talk about it much here, I guess. I mean, people see my minis, but it's just nice knowing information about things that you're really passionate about, really. And guitars are so diverse. So yeah, D&D is a very fun activity, to be honest. Yeah, I have no idea about sports either. I have no idea at all, in the slightest. My time is spent sitting inside. I've always liked living indoors. I find it much better to have an estimate and bring it down. Yeah, that's what I tried to. I tried to give people like an upper limit and say, depending on what it is. It, but I will say, like, we have to have a limit on this. Sometimes they're so. I have people that bring me things that are really ruined, and they'll be sentimental. They'll be like they were their granddad's thing, and it might need 500-600 pounds worth of work, really, realistically done to it to make it playable again. But you just have to say to them, what is your limit? What is the most you'd spend, and see what you can do within it. Not everyone needs, uh, not everyone needs everything done. You know what I mean? Like the fretwork on this is fine, but I think if I owned this, I'd probably refret it. You don't need to refret it. There would be no need to refret it. It'd just be that I'd want to. Well, yeah, that is it, isn't it? You have to, you quote. The thing about a quote is it is just a quote. I always say it's going to be a rough quote. I know what it is at the end when I've really racked up the amount of hours I've spent on it. And it would depend on what the job is. I mean, this isn't like an hourly rate job. This is I'm going to be replacing some parts. So we've got a pot and we've got a wiring job. It's not going to be a super expensive job. It needs a setup, so that needs to be done. We're going to pop some new strings on it, which the guys supplied. It's all fine. But if this was, can you refinish the top? That would be an hourly rate probably, because it's a big job. Yeah, that is really true there, Lamb. Very true. It's strange, isn't it? I always, I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to like uh, giving people like a bit of a discount. So when it comes to something like I get a lot of people that bring me guitars, and they are like I said, their granddad's guitar, and they haven't got 500 quid to spend on making it work, and they probably don't even play the guitar. So it's a case of like, all right, let's make sure it doesn't get any worse. Then let's do that. Let's do more prevention than restoration. So, oh, a phone call. Be back in a second. Hi, sorry, yeah, it was a customer. That's what happens. I have a problem with my IT stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I get the same thing with guitars. I get people that buy a cheap guitar or they buy a nice guitar, but because they don't know, I don't know, I'm not blaming them in any way, but they don't know to check certain things. The guitars will arrive and potentially be. So my wife made me jump. The guitars will arrive and they'll potentially have some issues. But yeah, my wife's home at the moment, so I'm just going to see if George is asleep. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, made me jump massively, and my heart is racing. But I need to go see if George is asleep, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. George is here, and George is asleep. So um, we're now essentially ticking down time until the end of the stream is initiated with the cry of Mr. George. Because then I have lunch to do. I'm just taking a photo to send the owner of this. I mean, I can use this if needed, but just seeing what he wants to do quickly regarding that. But yeah, my wife was in a bit of a rush. It's a little bit late um, for work. I mean, she's not super late. She'll be fine because we live so close. But a little bit later than she plans to get home, and that is annoying me. How lucky that is. So yeah, she sort of threw the door open. Very noisy. It really made me jump. I'll calm down now, though. Should we see what he what? I'm just waiting to see what he wants. Does he want just this pot put in, or does he want me to rewire it? Yeah, he said rewire it and add the missing pot. So we need to take this off and have a look at what is under here. I think it's probably going to be quick connects, but we will see. Nope, you're not going to come out. Where's that? Here we are. Here we are. Right. I've got like a lolly here next to me. I really want to eat. But that's my reward for finishing the morning stream. Have a nice lolly. I'll show you it. Look at this. These come from the dinosaur park, and I love them. That is a cherry flavored one. So, oh, I see. So once we pop this thing open, I can see in here that we have, I can see what the wires look like here. I can see why it's all the way it is, because this is very short. So I can see why someone's tacked all this on as well, because you don't have a lot of space, but everything is like, that's tacked on here, there's a heat shrink here holding that in place. It just looks really messy. Back of the pots look a state. I think we're just going to have to take it out and actually rewire. The pickups have been patched on with, I would say, a wire that comes from a 9-volt connector. Oh, wrong way. I'll get used to the direction at some point. Yeah, I'd say this wire is from a 9-volt battery connector. It's like a single core wire, I imagine. It feels really sturdy. Um, but that's the thing. It is wired up correctly, but my. So what we could do is maybe cut this off, patch wires on. Wire snapped off. Oh, it came out of this thing here. Yeah, I just don't like this. I just don't like having all this stuff on it, to be honest. I don't like this bit. And this bit, it is short, but I would rather tack. I'd rather just patch some wires onto this and just have that taped off. I don't mind tape over heat shrink. Heat shrinks are great, but you have to deal with this sticking a lighter in here. With such small wires, I don't know if I'm going to get a heat source in there that is gonna patch those on. Where if I just chop these wires off here, I can get the soldering iron and a little bit of tape around it, and it'll be done. So that's what we'll do. We'll take all of the pots off. Right, so we need a thing to pull the pots off with. I want to print another couple of these things out because these are really useful. But I don't know how the resin printer would handle it, to be honest. But yeah, I've got a resin printer. I wanted to print guitar knobs and parts and stuff, but I just haven't had a chance. I need to clean the vat out. I tried to print a part for the camera out the other day, and it just kept failing. I just gave up with it. I was just like, no, I can't be bothered. I haven't got time to do it in a minute, so I just made one out of wood. Made a little bracket out of wood to hold it in place. Are you just gonna spin? Or are you coming out? Right, now I've moved the light over here. I can see there's actually a crack in the finish there. Undo these. Get out. Get out of there, you. And now we'll pull all this gubbins out. Get these things out. Come on. Let's start this thing new. These are... What on earth? What are these? They 25k. They're not even the right pots. They need 500k pots in. These are 25k pots. I have to message the guy again and say, yo, yo. These are for active stuff, if you have active things in. Yeah, I know. I didn't plug it in. Maybe I should have plugged it in and heard how it sounded. I mean, I still could plug it in. Just a couple of wires broke off, but pots. Oh. I might just call him quickly because I think it might be easier if I just call him. Um, and see what he says. What I'll do is I'll just. Yep, he confirmed that it sounded extremely muddy. Um, and I said, "Oh, they're 25k pots in." And he went, "Whoa, that was that. Yeah, that makes sense now." So we are just going to completely rewire it and replace all the pots, which is lovely. That's a lovely thing to do because that means we can just get rid of all this stuff in here. Get rid of these pots. They're all rank and gunked up. No one wants that. No one wants that. Right. I mean, we'll try and get this done before. We'll try and get this done before George wakes up. But we are in the no guaranteed zone, where potentially any moment a uh, a baby will wake up. Hiya, Daryl. Sorry, you left at a good time. Bill came home and sort of pulled the door open really quickly, and it was a very made everyone jump. So luckily you missed that. Oh, come on. This is what we want. This is an old bag of mine that I cut up to use as something to stop me burning anything or splitting solder. So we want to take all these wires um, off here. So I'd say that this is some very cheap solder because it's melting like crazy. You come out. We just sort of want to disconnect it. Just disconnect the pickups from everything. Look at this. We'll replace that cap too. Bugger it. Bugger it. Right. We need to remove the ground from here, from this big lump of solder that's on there. There's the ground for the main ground. Come off, dude. I want this thing out of my life. Get out of my life, guy. Madness. That's madness too. But at least we now have a pickup for each. I'm going to just leave that on there for the sec, just so I don't get too confused with everything, because I believe this is the one at the bottom here. So sorry, I try not to do that, but I can't help it. I can help it. I've been trying not to do it. At the moment, we are rewiring an Epiphone and removing some pots that were in there that were incorrect. They were the wrong value, so that it sounded awful. And now we're going to put the correct value pots in. And they're Bourne's pots. They're nice, very nice quality pots. And we'll pop all those in. I'm just looking for the thing that I have for putting pots in so that I can solder them. Oh. Oh, my back. Right. My shoulders. I'm sure I popped it here. Here we go. A nice piece of oak. And we can just pop these in here and say, in a position where I can work on them, and it doesn't really matter. Rewiring a disaster. That is it. That is what we're doing. So we need a couple of pots, a couple of caps as well. So where are the caps we're going to use? They're the same ones we're going to put in the other one. I need to order some more of those as well now. Churning through those. Where did I put them? I feel like I should have a camera from where I am so people can keep an eye on where everything goes. Share the burden together. That's just a bone. Some more bones. George hasn't made any noises yet, so I'm pretty sure he's not awake. We're working on it. We're working on a. I am looking for some, controversially, 33s. How about that? 33. Live life dangerously. Go in the middle. Here we go. Where are they? Here they are. I know, I know. It is sacrilegious. I mean, I could put a 47 in. I could put a 22 in. But I've been really digging these. Oh, here is a 22. There's a 22 in here. Oh, there is a 22 there. Hi, 22. No, we put 33s in. They're a nice one. I really like them. I really like them. I can't remember why I tried them once. I bought a bunch. One of my friends in the Netherlands that builds stuff, he recommended them. He said, "Oh, why don't you just put an order of these in?" And I actually really like them. They sound like a nice curve. I don't know why I wound them together so much. Sort of buggered them up. But yeah, I need to buy some more. These are Cornell Dumbler ones. And they work really well. They sound perfectly fine. I heard a little pig human noise, so George potentially is awake. I will go and check. He doesn't always shout that way. Oh, my knee. No, he's not awake. But there's coffee all over my desk, my floor now. Oh. Let's just put some cleany stuff on it. When I get the slightly longer USB cable, I'll be able to do a live capacitor A/B test. How about that? What we got? Messages, messages, messages. But this has been quite a good stream actually today. It's been quite a long one. Lucky us. Right, so we're going to run one of those there. We'll run another one here. These are our two tones that we're going to use. Lovely. These will be our two volumes. So here we go. We're just going to put some solder on these. And the back of these Bourne pots are like already pre-roughed. They're not like, they just take solder really well, so I'm up for that. Put another bit up here quickly. Another bit over here. Oh, didn't stick then, did it? Didn't stick then, buddy. Another bit up here. Another bit down here. Nice. We've got one pickup. A ground wire. And we've got a pickup. And if we just tack these on, again, we can use the wire that we got out of these. Yeah, I like. Thing is, I always use Bournes. I buy them. I mean, my supplier just they never seem to run out. I can always order them in. I just like how they feel. I think they've got a nice resistance to them. They're not super slippery, but they're not as tight as a CTS pot. I don't really want to be fighting my connections. There we go. We just pop these on here. Maybe zoom in. Maybe bring you up so you can see what is going on. There we go. We'll just pop this one on here. Beautiful. Pop you on here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Get our cutters. Cut, 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 cut. Pop that in here. Just pop that round a bit. Oh dear. Falling in there. Go around this side. There we go. Tack this in. Top of that one. Lovely. Make sure that's done there properly now. Lovely. Go over here. Move up a little bit, bud. Give it a little bit of a melt. Lovely. Just let that set for a bit because I can feel it's getting a little bit hot. And then put this on here. Lovely. So then we'll cut these off. Snip, snip. And now we've basically got everything set up. We just need to connect all this stuff now. So with this we had a live here going here. So we'll take a red. Where's our wires? We'll get a red. Here we are. We'll pop this in here as well. So we've got both of those in there. And we will just tack that in place. Lovely. This will have go over to that tone in a minute. There's one. There's the pickup ground. And basically from this middle lug we will be sending it to the switch and let it mix up in the switch. Now we can disconnect this one. I mean, I could have disconnected it earlier. I don't really know why I didn't. We'll pop this over here. So same thing. That goes there. That goes over there. But we will use a different color wire just to stop getting confused, and we will use blue. because it's there. Strip them off, solder this on. A little bit of a sorry, a bit of a busy morning. It's been quite simple, really, hasn't it? We've had a good morning. We've got a lot done. Quite a lot done. Still more needing doing, but we're getting there. And then when we're done, we can get more guitars in. We get more things to do in when we've finished this pile. We need to ground this, which we'll stick over there. Yowza! Right, that's ground. Here's our output. It looks god awful. So I'm gonna replace this wiring on the output. You can't see it. Zoom out. Here's the output, and the ground for the output is on the end here. So I'm just gonna replace this wire. I'm not even gonna bother with that. So we'll just go on the side here. We'll turn that off so we don't just blast electricity, and we'll take this out. And we haven't even started with the jack yet. Here we go. Here is our jack socket. So with this, yeah, this wire is not going to be long enough, this little blue wire here, and someone's patched that on. So we're just going to replace that with 2 wires. Have that coming through here, and we will then have essentially a red and a blue for our pickups, and we will have a black and a white for our grounds and outputs, which would be nice. And then we've got this little connector down here to snip off and tack a bunch of wires on that. But I actually think George is going to be up like pretty soon. He's snorting a bunch, and that generally means he'll be awake. So I might just round it up now and end the stream before he wakes up and we have a panic where he's awake and I'm trying to rush about. I'll just double check just in case he is awake. And you can say hello, but if not, if not. He's not awake. He's not awake. So let's move this over here to me because we're gonna finish now. Oh, really big head. Hello. Focus in. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming here today. It's very nice to have you all in for the little while we're in today. When George is having his lunch, I sometimes do like an art stream, but that's mostly just to make myself do the art that I need to do for the channel. But yeah, it's been really, really lovely to have you guys here. And yeah, I really appreciate the follows we've gained today. And yeah, it was a very good late night session last night where we did a lot of work. So we might do another one tonight just to sort of try and clear this pile of guitars. And then we can think about taking on more work and doing that. I was quite drunk. I definitely wasn't. I was drunk on doing too much work really late at night. We had a good chat though. It was a lovely time. Lovely time. Um, But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been really great. Um, hope you've found it interesting going through all the stuff, having a look at all the things and all the. We got through quite a lot of stuff today, really, and we're not done yet. We were only part of the way through the day. So it's usually around 2 o'clock that I get back in here again until it'll be 4:30. So that'll probably be a 2.5 hour stream a bit later on. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, thanks for everyone for turning up and have a lovely lunchtime. I'm going to go and have something to eat and yeah, have my lunch. Hiya, Fanny. I'm now going because it's lunchtime and George is going to wake up any minute. Um, but yeah, lovely to see you on here, even if it's just for a quick hello. Hello. We we've done a lot of guitar fixing this morning, and we've got a lot more to do still. And there's some projects that are much bigger that I need to do this week. I say much bigger. They're more Luthier projects. I mean, doing all the wiring's fine, but this is like guitar maintenance, repair sort of stuff. This is fine, but you know, building cool things with guitars and cutting them up and doing all that sort of stuff is really fun. So we'll get to that soon. Because we need to have some building content on here. We need to have some woodwork content because that is what I do a lot. It's just some of the time I don't do any of it because I'm too busy. Hey, can't be too fussy. But anyway, I am gonna go. Oh, a stretch. I'll do the stretch. Ugh, 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 ugh. Lovely. I appreciate a stretch. Very good. Uh, very nice. I mean, I might even get my back to pop. Oh, we did, but I don't think it was loud enough. There we go. Yeah, thanks for the stretch. Very, I really appreciate that. That was great. And I hope everyone else was doing a stretch too. That's how I think these things should be done. We should all do one. It's stop. Self-care time. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Ah, lovely. All right. Well, thank you everyone for turning up. Um, I really appreciate it. I'll put the I'll do some put the emotes there again. Let do. No, these are like the ones that these aren't the right ones. There are other ones that this hasn't updated. So it'd be these ones. In fact, they were old ones. These are the updated emotes. See what I mean? One of them isn't quite right. It doesn't ever view. So now we have that one. But yeah, thank you very much for coming. I'm going to say bye and actually go this time instead of saying bye loads and meandering around because I don't want to go. I'm going to go. So thank you very much for coming. Bye bye, everyone. See you later, hopefully. I'll be back round about 2-ish, just after 2 maybe, until 4:30ish. So see ya. Bye.